Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 2, Great Expectations, okay? We're gonna jump right into it. First off, we got Jeffrey. We know that he's talking to his Russian boo, Varia. I'm pronouncing it right. Varia, okay? So, he's going to Russia to meet Varia. His sons are taking him to the airport. The sons are telling us that their dad is living in a fantasy, but can they stop him? No, because he gonna do what he want to do, okay? He says that he hasn't been honest with Varia about his past, dealing with drugs and being in prison, okay? So he going to have to tell her that eventually, but for right now, he says he's just gonna not tell her that right now, okay? So the next scene, we see he lands in Moscow. And then we cut right to Varia, and we meet Varia. She says where she's from. She's from Siberia, but she moved to Moscow to have a better life because it's cold in Siberia, okay? We see her at her job. She's like a radio host. And she says that she's going to meet up with some friends to talk about, right before she meets Jeffrey, like her last night being a single woman, I guess. So she's going to go hang out with her friends. So she says she loves her friends. There was like four girls over there. So she has a big group of friends. And they basically start grilling her. They're like, look, so are you trying to just go to America? Like, what's up? Like, and Varia's like, well, I like Jeffrey, but like going to America is like a bonus, okay? And her friends is like, girl, stop playing for these cameras. We know you, girl. Okay, we know you. And her friends are like, girl, this is foolish. Like, you've never met this man in real life before, and you're gonna go and like meet him and then do what? Are y'all gonna have like a hotel or something? And she's like, yeah, we're gonna have a hotel. And they're like, okay, y'all gonna have separate rooms or y'all staying together? And she's like, okay, I was planning on staying in the same room with him, but y'all making me feel bad, okay? And they were like, no, stupid, don't stay in the same room with him, okay? And she's like, okay, well, I'll go stay at a friend's house, and whenever she's gonna pick him up from the airport, so it'll be a public place where they're meeting. But her friends is like, girl, this is foolish, okay? And we're concerned. So the next scene, we see Jeffrey in the airport trying to like freshen up, brush his teeth before he sees Varia. We see Varia at the other end of the airport, and she is really excited for him to meet him and whatnot. So they finally meet and they embrace. It seemed like they were really happy to see each other, okay? But right when they got out the airport and they actually started to try to like have conversation, it was pretty like, so like the driver is coming. Yeah, it's a pretty day outside. It's really nice. It looked like it's about to rain or whatever. And it didn't seem like Jeffrey was talking that much, which would have been like nervous for me. Like, why aren't you talking that much? Okay. But so Varia was like trying to like keep the conversation going. So it was like awkward because Jeffrey wasn't really saying that much. Okay. So, so yeah, that was pretty much them. I think for this whole episode, that was the end of them. Next, we get Darcy back again. Okay. Darcy is trying on wedding dresses. She's trying to fool us. Okay, has on this nice shit. The wedding dress that she had on was really, really nice. Okay, but she says that she is not about to get married. This is just for her business. She says that her and her twin sister Stacy, they have a business together, a clothing business, and they're gonna think about adding wedding dresses to like expand their line. Okay. So we talk about, what happened since we last seen her and about the past and stuff. We bring up Jessie, and that was her first relationship overseas, and how that was a roller coaster relationship, okay? Then she got another roller coaster relationship with Tom, her current man, okay? So she says they had drifted apart whenever she came back to the U.S. And then for the reunion, they met at the reunion, and it was kind of awkward at the reunion, or the tell-all or whatever. And she says during that time, they decided to like rekindle and get back together. And now since that he went back over there, he's distant again. Okay, so girl, this is his game. Like whenever he's with you, he wants to be all around you and up on you. But whenever you're not there, girl, you're not there. You're not in his presence, and he doesn't see, or out of sight, out of mind. Okay, so that's Tom. So she says she's feeling some type of way because he's doing that to her and whatnot. So, she always has to bring up that twin sister Stacy is engaged, and she, Darcy wants to be engaged so bad. It doesn't matter who it is. She just wants to be engaged, okay? So she's making fun of Stacy for being engaged and not her. So her and Stacy go to the cafe and they talk about the situation with her and Tom. She says that for her, it was her birthday last week. And instead of like calling her or like sending her something, this man had just sent a happy birthday text. I was like, ooh, Tom, you're wrong for that. You are so wrong for that. Stacy says that Tom is playing games and that Darcy should move on. And I completely agree because that man is playing games with you, boo. Like, stop it, okay? So the next scene, Tom FaceTimes Darcy because he had texted her the last scene saying that he had something really important to tell her. So he wanted to FaceTime her, schedule a FaceTime. Okay, so he FaceTimes her, and it starts off awkward because they haven't really been talking like that. So it's like, now what you want? You haven't been calling me or texting me, so what do you want now, okay? So he says that he's going to come to the States because he has some business in New Jersey, okay? So he can, fit her in his schedule for a couple of days and go out there to New York to grace her with his presence and whatnot. I was like, girl, that's basically what it sounded like. He was just gonna he wasn't coming to the U.S. for her, but since he was already coming to the U.S., he might as well give her a little bit of his time and whatnot. And Darcy was feeling some type of way because she was like, the last time somebody had did this to me, Jesse, was when he told her to come to New York. And he basically just dumped her. So she was like, I'm scared. The last time somebody did this to me, they broke up with me. What are your intentions, Tom? That's what she asked him. And she's like, if you're coming here just to break up with me, then save it, because I don't want it, okay? And so he doesn't really, Tom speaks in man code where he don't really exactly tell her what it is. He just talks around, okay? And I was like, you know what? She was getting frustrated, and he was like, well, okay. I only have 5 minutes for this, foolishness. So you tell me what it is right now, because I have to go. He did. That's basically what I interpreted it as, okay? And Darcy was like, girl, you're not gonna squeeze me you're not gonna squeeze me into 5 minutes, okay? So bye. Okay, so she hangs up. And I'm like, Darcy, you gotta stop picking these men. The issue is you, boo, because you picking these men. This is you. You want to rush into these relationships and want to be engaged so fast, girl. This is what you get. Okay, this is what happens when you do that. Okay, so, girl, that was it for Darcy. Then we get to Lisa. Okay, Lisa was the one who is this season's Angela. Okay, so that's pretty much how she acts the whole episode. I was like, she's giving me Angela vibes. The way she's really aggressive on the phone to Usman, I was like, Angela, okay. So we see that she's leaving in 2 days to see Usman in Nigeria. She FaceTimes him. He's joking with her you causing all this drama in my life, girl, because you always asking if I'm with women, okay? Can you leave me alone? So she says whenever I come there, you're gonna show me around the city. And are you going to show me the studio? Because he's a rapper. Okay. Soulja Boy. He's a rapper. So she's like, you're going to show me in the studio. And she wants to see inside the studio because she's heard that there's women in the studio. So she want to make her presence known in the studio. Okay. So he's like, girl, you can come in the studio. It ain't a thing. So she asked, can you hold my hand out in public? And he's like, no, I can't hold your hand out in public. No, he says he can hold her hand in public, but he can't hold her hand in his family house because his mama not gonna be up for that foolishness, okay? So His mom, he's Muslim. I think his family's Muslim as well. And so, and Lisa is Christian, and his mom wants him to be with a woman who is also Muslim. So, Lisa's scared that the mom is not gonna like her, and Usman says his mom is scared, like, white woman coming to Africa. She's scared that you're gonna try to make me a slave. I said, what? Okay, I don't know. So somebody like calls him whenever they're FaceTiming, and she's like, is that a woman? That's a woman, huh? You better not be having no woman. You need to stop talking to these women, okay? Let me go ahead and check your Instagram while I'm at it. Is that a woman? Let me message her, okay? She's crazy. She's Angela, okay? So the next scene, she meets up with two of her friends to talk about going to see Usman. She tells him that he's a musician named Soulja Boy, and they're like, we already have a Soulja Boy here. And she's like, it's just spelled differently, okay? She tells him that he made a song for her for Valentine's, and then they proceed to show us the song, okay? And she says she's upset because the director casted a Nigerian woman to play the role of Lisa, who is his love interest in real life. So she said the director should have just got a picture of her, Lisa, and just put it in the video as a ghost, like a ghost standing behind a tree, just this random white lady in a in a Nigerian music video, just in there, just this me, okay? I said, you know what? Stop it, Lisa. Stop it, okay? You're doing too much. So her friends proceed to look up like the crime rate in the certain part of Nigeria that she's going, and they're like, girl, you're gonna get kidnapped and beheaded. And I said, come on, stop it, y'all, okay? So anyway, so the next scene, she has some more friends who, these friends have been to Africa already, okay? Some white ladies, and they say they basically try to like help her pack and whatnot. And they bring some fornicating material so that she can use, just to be safe. And Lisa, we already know that Lisa does not want to use them because she's already stated that she doesn't want to use them, okay? So, they say that she's being naive about traveling to Africa, and like, she might get taken advantage of. It already happened, y'all. Y'all too late. She already getting taken advantage of. Y'all are too late to the scene. This woman is already getting taken advantage of, okay? They proceed to take her to like the airport, and they say that they suspect that Usman is a Yahoo boy, okay? And I said, you know what? What is this? Is this like a Nigerian term, or did y'all make this up? Okay, I don't know. They say a Yahoo boy is a scammer basically, and if he lives with like other men, then they're usually like a group of Yahoo boys who be scamming people and whatnot. And Usman lives with a group of men, and so then they concluded that he is a Yahoo boy, and because he's trying to scam Lisa as well. I said, okay, y'all. I mean, he's already scamming the woman, so y'all late, okay? So that was it. Then that was it for Lisa. Then we get to Ed, okay? Ed is going to see Rose in a couple of days. We see him, he's going into work to like get some final things together. He works as an interior designer as well as a photographer. So his assistant is in there, and he's talking to her. Her mom is from the Philippines, so she has a little bit of knowledge of the Philippines, or like the more remote parts of the Philippines, it sounds like. And she basically like gives him a wake-up call to like of what to expect living in like a remote part of the Philippines. And he's like, girl, I didn't even think about all of that. She asks how much he spent on this woman. He says, well, she's never asked for any money, but I spent $5,000 in gifts. And the assistant is like, what? Okay. He says that Rose has never asked for money, but Rose's sister hit him up on social media and was like, look, it's an emergency, I need some money. So I'm like, can you like wire that real quick? Like, we'll get the money you send, but all the gifts you've been sending over there, we're not gonna get that, okay? But the money, like, you need to wire that money though, okay? So we don't know if he gave her the money or not, but he says it's probably suspicious that she's asking for money, and the sister said, like, don't tell Rose. So Ed is like concluding that maybe like Rose put her up to this, and like this is like a scheme that they have together to try to like shake down Ed. And I'm like, yes, it is a scheme to try to shake you down, Ed. Like, come on, man. Yeah, so the next scene we see that he's packing, and he's showing us what he's gonna bring to the Philippines. He got some popcorn and some fornicating materials and some toys for the little boy. I said, you know what? One of his like longtime friends stopped by, and he shows his friends everything that he's bringing, like some lingerie and surprise, an engagement ring. He's bringing an engagement ring, okay? His friend is like, this is so stupid. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. He also tells his friend that, you know, he wants a vasectomy. And so he didn't tell her. She might want kids. She is younger. He's 50-something. So he doesn't want any more kids. He already has raised his daughter, who's 20-something years old right now. So he doesn't want no more kids. And so he don't want to tell her that he don't want no more kids. I'm like, okay. So the last scene, he makes it to the airport, and he's been not talking to his daughter, has not been talking to him over this whole situation. And so he like sends her a little video message because of course she doesn't pick up. And he like basically is like, you know, I'm about to get on this flight. I love you. I know we're going through a rough time, but you know, I hope that we can rekindle when I get back, and I really have to do this. And, you know, I'll always love you, and I've always loved you, girl. Like, you know, boom. Okay, I was like, that's sweet. Like, him and his daughter's relationship, like, I really hope it gets better. But, like, I guess it's complicated. So, so he sends that message, and then she gives him a call back. And he's, like, surprised. Like, oh, my gosh. Like, hey, girl. Hey, Tiffany. Like, I'm happy that you gave me a call back. And she's like, okay, like, safe travels. Okay? When are you coming back? All right. And he's like, can we talk about anything? And she's like, and he's like, hello? All right, boo, we're going to talk when I get back, okay? And she's like, all right. Okay, now. All right, I love you. All right, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So she wasn't trying to talk like that. She was just like, look, like, I love you still because you're my daddy, but you crazy, okay? So he gets emotional, and I was like, okay, like, you know, it's tough to see him get emotional and whatnot. So I really wish the best for him and his daughter and their relationship. So that was pretty much Ed. Then we get to Avery. Okay, Avery is the one who has her love interest in Australia, who is from Mauritius. Okay, Ash. She's leaving in a couple of days to meet him, Ash. She FaceTimes him. And Ash just basically tells his girl everything that she wants to hear. He's like, you know what, love, I love you, and our spirits are kindled, and we can make anything work because our spirits are so close together, and, you know, I really believe that we can make it work, okay? And so she's like, during the confessional, she's like, he's just telling me everything I want to hear. And I'm like, duh, so don't fall for it, sis. But she's falling for it, so... he puts his 10-year-old on the camera named Taj. So he has a son named Taj, okay? Ash wants to move to America with Taj. And Avery asks if like, Taj's mom is going to be okay with all of this, like him moving to America. And Avery's like, yeah, it's cool. Like, he can move with us to America. Like, first they say, like, he'll spend, like, half the time there and half the time back in Australia. And then Avery's like, well, what if he wants to stay in America full time? And Ash is like, yeah, that'll be fun too. It's totally fun. Her mom be okay with it. It's fun. I'm like, no, Ash, child, something's going on, okay? Avery says, I need to get to the bottom of this. I need to go talk to Tasha's mom, okay? So she's gonna do that later. She asked Avery like how him and Tasha's mom broke up. And he says, well, basically, like, they grew apart, and his online relationship business had a lot to do with it. And Avery's like, well, like, me and you having a problem about your online business, and, like, that could be a problem in the future. And he's like, no, me and you are, like, above that, and we could grow, and we've been growing together, okay? So she says, remember, like, we had broke up because you somebody had messaged you online asking you if you had a girlfriend and you didn't respond to them. And he was like, well, you know, like, I didn't want to do that online. Like, I wanted to, like, keep that business private, you know, like, I wanted to keep it to myself, you know. And I was like, you know what, this man be lying, okay? But anyway, so the next scene, we get Avery going to her parents' house to tell, because they don't know anything about him, about Ash. So she has to go over there, tell them about Ash, and that she's going to see him in Australia, okay? So she tells her parents all of that, and her parents is like, this is silly. She gonna fly all the way over there to Australia. They say their daughter has made some bad decisions when it comes to relationships, and they just want her to take care of her kids and stop playing, okay? And I'm like, well, she's not gonna do that. So then the last person is Yolanda. Y'all said in the comments that, see, whenever she made that phone call last episode, I was like, it didn't sound like a British accent. But I didn't want to be ignorant and be like, that's not a British accent, y'all, okay? But y'all are so right. Like, from the phone call this episode, I'm like, that's not a British accent, okay? That sounds like a Nigerian accent to me. But, you know, I was trying to be ignorant, y'all. I was really like, oh, hold up. I don't know. That don't sound British to me, okay? But anyway, so she leaves. Yolanda leaves in like a week to see Williams, okay, in the UK. She talked about how, like, you know, he was trying to come to Las Vegas to see her, but he didn't have enough funds, and he was asking her for some money. So she was like, baby, I can come and see you. I can see Williams in the UK, but he can't come to see me if he asking for my money, okay? So she says at first he was a little upset about it, but then he obliged. I was like, well, what was he upset about? What was he upset about? He didn't have no money to come down here, so what was he upset about, okay? Red flag, girl, red flag. But she sees through them, okay? Her oldest daughter, who knows, you know, has been knowing everything from the get-go, she tries to, like, help her book a flight and hotel to go to Manchester, okay, where Williams is located, okay? So her daughter's like, call Williams and figure out, like, which airport and stuff, like, in hotel we need to, like, stay in that's, like, closest to him. And so she calls Williams, and he gets on the phone, and all we hear is, Williams? Hey, you just waking up? Oh, you sound tired. Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to book the flight to come and see you, and I just don't know which airport to come in. So which one, baby? He says, well, I'll text you, I can't even do the accent, y'all. I'll text you the airport. And she's like, but you can't just tell me, like, what is going on? And he's like, I'll text you the airport later. And so he hangs up. And so the daughter's like, why can't he tell you the name of the airport? Like, why he gotta text you later? And so he texts her, and he says, fly into London, but then take a train from the airport to Manchester. Okay? And so she's like, the daughter's like, why? What? And so Yolanda's like, why can't I just fly into Manchester, baby? Okay? And he's like, okay, just fly into Manchester. And we're like, girl, what is going on? Scam, 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 scam. Okay? Cardi don't need no scam. This is exactly what's happening to poor Yolanda. So he finally says fly into Manchester, and he gives her the airport name. Child, they look for the airport name online, and they can't find the airport name. Yolanda. Yolanda, stop this. What's the daughter name? Cara, stop this. Stop your mama from doing this. Stop it. Okay? Anyways, y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought of it in the comments below. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video if you liked it, and share the video if you want to share it. Okay? I will see you guys next time. Bye.